Hi everyone. Today I want to show a few poses that are restorative with just 2 blankets because sometimes we don't have 17 bolsters, 6 blocks, 3 straps, and most people own 2 blankets. Maybe not yoga blankets, but these are pretty affordable if you can get a couple of these. You usually pick them up in a square, and then for this first pose, you'll unfold one. So it's the long way, and then fold it in half just once. This will be a modification of fish pose. And then the other blanket, you will also unfold, but then you'll make a gentle roll. Everybody's roll will look different because this is going to be to support your neck, and then your head will rest on the blanket. So you'll come to sit on this flat one, and when you come down, you want the top of the blanket just about at your bra line. My shoulder blades are on the floor. And then for this one, you have a few choices with the legs. I'll get to the head in a moment. Few choices with the legs. Feet wide, knees fall together. Or you could take your legs all the way out, if that feels good. Or you might even like Baddha Konasana legs. I prefer more support for that pose. So I'm actually going to choose feet wide and knees together. I rolled up the blanket and I have it right underneath my cervical spine, the roll. If it feels a little too big, you unroll it a little bit, and then my skull can rest on the rest of the blanket. Very nice, very easy. Pose number 1, restorative with 2 blankets. So you'll stay here, I don't know, 8, 10, 15, 30 minutes would be amazing. The longer you stay, just enjoy consciously breathing or put on some beautiful music that brings your heart some joy and do that. The second pose is going to be a side stretch. So we'll roll this blanket all the way up now. And we'll use the long rectangle. We'll sit on part of it so that's a cushion for your hips. And then the rolled up part is going to go ideally under the rib cage or along your side waist, someplace where it feels comfortable so that you get a little side stretch. I have really long arms, but I'm going to use my arm as a pillow. And then your left arm or your top arm can rest on your side body, out in front, or maybe all the way up and over. You're also welcome to straighten your legs and act like you're taking a gigantic step over something, like a stream. Take your top leg behind you and your bottom leg out in front. Several breaths here, several breaths, any variation. So it could look like a fetal pose, but you just have this extra little round blanket under your side ribs or your waist. Find a place that it feels good, where you feel like you're getting a little opening on the top. And you breathe and you stay. No rush in yoga. All right. I'm moving on to the next one. You can stay as long as you like in that pose. So I'm going to fold the blanket in half. This is usually in a yoga studio how you would actually pick it up. So that's going to be for the pillow. And then this is going to become a support for my legs. Blankets are very fuzzy. So I'm going to roll it up even more. So this is how we've been using it. I'm just going one more time. And I'm going to come down, place my head on this flat one. And this could be any height. You might fold it again if you need more support, or if you really liked that round roll underneath your neck, you could use that. And then Baddha Konasana legs, but I'm really going to tuck this blanket so that it supports, and I might even wedge it a tiny bit under my buttocks so that it really supports the hip joint, not my knees, but my hip joint. And the soles of the feet are together. Arms are by my sides. And you breathe. Supta Baddha Konasana with 2 blankets. Supta Baddha Konasana. So good. All right, I'm moving on. You don't have to. When you come out of these poses, you may have noticed I'm rolling to the side to press myself up. Okay, we have one more. It's going to be a back bend. So I'm actually going to take let me see. I'm going to unroll this or unfold it and then roll it all the way up. All the way up. Okay. Nope, I'm changing my mind. Sorry, changing my mind. This one is going to support, again, the neck and your head. And this one is going to become your back bend. So I folded it in half like I just did to support my hip crease, but now I'm going to lie down over it. Bigger back bend than fish pose earlier on. A little bit bigger. You want to get it just right. And then I like to squish the blanket in. And again, your legs, now you have a few choices. We've done knees together, feet wide. Baddha Konasana legs, which might work now after you did the last one with support. Or this time I'm just going to straighten my legs. Spend about 3 hours here. Just kidding. Stay as long as you like. We have one more. So when you're ready, you'll bend the knees and you'll roll to your side. The last one, you're using this same long shape and you're folding and folding and folding. I'm making almost like a yoga brick or a yoga block with the blanket, which is nice and soft. And then I want just minimum for my pillow. I might even unfold this, I'll see, but for now it's just going to be this height. So my head will rest here. There's a little support under my neck. It's not quite as much as the roll. And then this blanket, I lift up and place it right underneath the pelvis. Oh my gosh, this feels so good. So you have a few choices here. I love choices. You might bring your arms into a cactus arm. You might even like to rest them sort of in a diamond shape up over your head and let them rest on the blanket. Whatever you're doing, you're enjoying breath and this gentle inversion. If your low back feels like it's arching too much, adjust the blanket. Move it down a little or up a little. Find just the right Goldilocks support. And at any point, oh, there's another big, beautiful blanket fuzz. You can take your legs all the way up, maybe into a wide V, but we're keeping it very restorative and very simple, so I would say legs up or feet on the floor. And you can do all of this on your yoga mat as well. I'm just showing it on the floor so that the blankets move easily. And when you finish with any of these poses, make sure you give yourself a moment in what's called Ardha Shavasana, knees bent, spine in neutral. Just give yourself a few breaths before you continue on with your day. I hope you enjoy these restorative poses with 2 blankets, minimal props. Have a great day. Namaste.